Exam tips for the June 26 SBL case study for DKK. Now, these exam tips, I'm going to give you my personal guarantee. These are definitely coming up in your exam. And we're going to be giving you a bit of advice on how they're going to come up and how you can be ready for them. And even better news, right? All of these tips are built into mine and Andrew's mock exams that we've got on our Club SBL pre-scene course. So if you do our pre-scene course, you'll get all of these issues and tips built into actual exams for you to practice with our answers, with debrief videos, and you can still join that course and get value out of it. So Andrew, our first tip, what is it?
Tip number 1, a new booking system. Can you imagine the way they currently do things is paper-based bookings still? It's so old-fashioned, and it's just a clear and obvious thing for them to move into, isn't it? So they're this amazing, slick, beautiful, luxurious brand with all these swanky salons, and then to book, you have to phone someone. I want to be able to book online. I want to go on their website. I want it to be nice and easy and slick to tie in with their brand. So surely they've got to get this new booking system. Not only will it tie in more with their brand and help encourage sales because more people will book, but also then we're going to get more data. So we're going to get people, when they book, we can see when they booked, how often they're booking, what services they've had. So marketing can improve. It will reduce errors. So it mentions about double bookings. So people coming in and someone's already in there. There are things like reminder messages. So when I went for my Tony and Guy haircut this morning, you might have noticed, they sent me a reminder message, and then afterwards, oh, please leave us a review. Would you like to book again already for next time? Yeah, there's all these automations that you can have from a new booking system as well. So much slicker, much more convenient, and it just makes perfect sense for them to move into that. And again, similar to that, we've also got the inventory system, currently manual, so moving into a new system. So we can imagine questions on that, maybe appraising a new system. They might give some financial things around a new system that you have to discuss. There might be
like
some
an MPV or something.
Could be an MPV or something around that. But yeah, definitely around that new booking system. It feels like it's an obvious one, surely.
Tip 2, some quality issue. I think this is coming up for sure because we're told about the regulator, the HSA regulator, and we're told that all of our salons have this excellent status, and that it's in our risk register as well that we could have some kind of like health and safety incident. And if we did have an incident, we might lose that excellent status, the kind of only ways down. The examiner, we've seen it in the past many times. The SBL examiner really likes a crisis of some sort, and they'd like to have a dramatic incident that you have to then advise on how to deal with it. And it's a great exam question around giving you the details of that incident and you having to evaluate kind of how it happened, what were the lapses in controls or processes that led to it, and then what recommendations could you give to deal with the issue in the short term and longer term to prevent that sort of thing happening again. So really likely to come up.
Number 3 is competition. It's the first thing on the risk register is about competition. It mentions it all the way through the pre-scene about how highly competitive this industry is. There are really low barriers to entry. It's really easy for people to start up a hairdressers. You don't need any qualifications. It's not regulated, so you can just start up. And what we're seeing as well is hairdressers are leaving and setting up their own businesses here, there, and everywhere. And then, of course, we've got those other chains as well. So we've got Trims, for example, like one of our big rivals who are a massive chain who are doing quite big things in Cayland as well. So competition is really, really high. What the examiner likes doing is really testing your commercial acumen. Do you actually understand this industry and the context of the business? So, for example, you need to know that it's really easy for clients to leave, isn't it? Like if I go for my Tony and Guy haircut this morning and then later I decide, actually, next time I'm going to go somewhere else, there's nothing to stop me. It's very easy for customers to leave and to switch. And also customers are loyal to their own hairdressers. So if they leave, they'll stick with them as well. So competition is high. It's very easy for customers to move around and go places. So there could easily be a question around that. So how do we improve customer loyalty? Maybe some loyalty schemes, ways to try and improve that and try and keep that competitive advantage ahead of our rivals and make people stay with DKK rather than going elsewhere.
Tip number 4 is products or suppliers. why do I think this is definitely coming up? We're told about this exclusive arrangement that they have with an internationally renowned supplier for both hair products like dyes and shampoos and things, and also for equipment like scissors, or what am I thinking of? Tongs,
tongs, that's
whatever.
it. Yeah,
those, all of those things that I clearly have no idea about. Now we're told about this stuff, but we're not given that many details. But we are told that there is one significant supplier. We're linking in with that. And the inventory that we have is a manual paper-based system. Also, the reason I think this is coming up is a lot of that stuff that we use, the hair dyes, for example, quite nasty chemicals in there. And also a lot of packaging goes against perhaps like the sustainability angle that we're told is really, really important to our customers. And there's a specific value around sustainability that we're told towards the end. So there's a lot of little clues in here, little hints being dropped that there could be some kind of question around a supplier / new product, that kind of thing, particularly with the sustainability angle. Now, what the question might look like, well, it could be that the contract's up for a renegotiation with that international supplier, or we might be considering a different supplier instead, one that's more sustainable, or one that has different features that we would value. We don't know the details of what will come up. And I guess that's coming back to my point at the start, where I said, I guarantee these things are coming up. These are big themes. I can't tell you exactly what the details are going to be, but I can tell you the broad themes so that you can prepare a bit and be ready.
Tip number 5 is around staffing. Staffing are crucial to DKK doing well. 50% of revenue across the industry on average is the cost of staff. They're super expensive. They're a really big cost to the business, but they're also probably the most important thing, aren't they? Customers are loyal to their hairdresser. My mother-in-law, I asked her about her hairdresser earlier. Guess how long she's been using the same hairdresser for, Ben?
I'm going to say 30 years?
40 years.
40?
Same hairdresser for 40 years. That's ridiculous, isn't it? So that's how loyal some people are to their hairdressers. So it shows just how important these staff are and the skills they've got, the training they've got, and the fact that they're HSA qualified and they've done their 12-month CPD and their CPD up to date every month. So really, really important they do that. We've also get the KPI around the staff satisfaction. So you can see that the DKK value their staff. One of the values is about happiness, and it says how happy we make each other. So you can see that they really care about them. So looking after staff, you could just see something coming up in the exam, can't you, about maybe some sort of staffing issue, maybe some like morale issue. Maybe people are leaving to set up their own business, so they need to come up with different ways of doing that. Also,
one of them might have won an award. One of those hairdressing awards.
Could be. They like a question about talent management. We've seen that come up as well. So managing talent and trying to nurture them. So taking them from young assistants all the way through the business into management. That could be something they'd like to test. So yeah, staffing is really important in this, and yeah, definitely one to look out for.
Yeah, having some sort of talent management program, you can really see that in this business. And what the examiner really likes to do is make the exam questions realistic to something that would actually happen in the industry. And they do that in this industry. You talk about KPIs there around staff, Andrew. I forgot to mention that there are KPIs as well around products. For my tip 4, revenue, our target is to make 6.2% of our revenue from products, and they're really super high margin. I forgot to get those in there. All right, can't be perfect all the time.
Yeah, it's fine. KPIs, again, can pop up everywhere. It's definitely something to prepare for, isn't it? So yeah.
KPIs and values as well. The mission and values, dropping them into loads of different answers. Really, really great technique.
So brilliant. We're giving you loads of stuff that could come up in your exam. So it's, again, a good thing to prepare for. But Ben is going to give you a very, very important warning before we go anywhere else.
Yeah. One thing you must not do. You absolutely must not do is pre-learn answers.
Yeah.
All of these tips we're giving you are to allow you to think around the subject, to consider more widely, so that when you are faced with an exam question with specific details in the scenario in the exam, you're better able to analyse those details. You're well placed to assess those details thoroughly. What you can't do is pre-learn a load of points to go into your answer for a quality issue or for a staffing issue or for new system or online bookings. You can't pre-learn it, because you have to respond to the specific details you're given in the scenario. So all this stuff is to allow you to be ready, to get ready, to then respond to what you're told on exam day, rather than pre-learning.
So there we go. There's our insights for what we would prepare for the exam, but not over-prepare and not pre-learn, of course. As Ben said at the start, we still have spaces on our pre-scene club. So if you want our 2 mocks based on this pre-scene, covering all these topics and making sure you're really well prepared for the exam, we've had fantastic...
Oh, it's not just the mocks though, Andrew. What else is there?
Not just the mocks. Of course, you get our answers and our debriefs as well, and support from us as well.
Oh, and about 20 tasks as well, prep tasks on this case study as well.
And all our
There's loads.
And our key skills to cover as well, so you're ready, technique-wise.
What?
So
all of this,
all of that in one course, incredible. So still spaces available. We've had people buy the course just a few days before and still make the most of it. And we had brilliant pass rates on that course recently, so absolutely fantastic. So if you want to join us, feel free, Club SBL, you can find us there. So best of luck, take care.